Your Flex control panel has the ability to control PTZ cameras from your TriCaster. You'll notice on the panel there is a rocker control and a joystick found on both sides, and just above them you'll find some knobs above the joystick and these 4 buttons above the rocker. All of these comprise the PTZ control for the joystick rocker combo. Now the first thing we need to do is assign these to the proper camera we want to control. And you'll notice that in this cluster of buttons there's one called Follow Preview. That one is currently illuminated, and with that active, whatever channel is on the preview bus is what the joystick and rocker will control. So if I press camera 6 on preview, which is a PTZ camera, I can now use the joystick to control this camera. I can zoom in and out, move it up or down. If I go to a different camera, this is camera 5. This is not a PTZ camera. You'll notice that moving these buttons don't do anything because it's not a controllable camera. So you have to make sure that it is a properly configured PTZ camera for these buttons to take effect. But let's say I want to control camera 6 regardless of what I have selected on preview. We can do that by holding on the source button and then pressing the program row for the camera we want to control. So I want to control camera 6. I'll select it. And now let's go put something else on preview. Let's put camera 2 on preview. But you'll notice that I can still move the camera around and aim it using the joystick and rocker knobs from my control panel. I also want you to notice there's a focus and iris knob. You can rotate these to adjust these aspects, or if you press the knobs, there's little lights below them. When the lights are illuminated, they're in the auto mode for these functions. Now, if you want to go back to follow mode, just press follow preview, and then you're back into the follow preview mode. And if you want to control a camera specifically, again, you'll have to hold down source and select it. Now, one other aspect we can also do is recall presets. If I hold down the preset button, whatever camera you're currently controlling will show all 16 of its presets on the LCD display area. And they'll even have the names if you happen to name them in the camera's PTZ preset config. I'll show you that in a moment, just so you know where that's at. But there's 3 sets of buttons. The green buttons will recall, the yellow buttons will save, and the red buttons will clear. So let's say I want to save the current camera position as a new preset. I can press the yellow. Now you see the other buttons light up because there's a preset that exists there. I can recall by pressing green. And then if I want to get rid of camera preset 4, I can press the red, and that will clear it out. And again, if you want to name these or edit these further, this can be done inside the TriCaster user interface by clicking the gear for the camera, going to the PTZ tabs, and there are your 16 presets, and you can see that's where the naming came in. And if you want to change those names, just click the gear and you can edit those names in this window.